And I think there's a line of teachers coming from Gautama Buddha. Gautama Buddha was somebody we don't actually know what he was like. We have many pictures, many stories. But from the stories, it seems he was always searching for how to live. He wasn't searching for a religion. It seems he was searching for how to live, because his own life was rather luxurious, and maybe something made him feel this isn't what life is about. Somebody is helping me, all the servants are helping me all the time. So he started to search, and his search took him into the forest to sit with the yogins. And in India, yogins try to raise their level of consciousness until they can become so sensitive and conscious they can see the world appearing, disappearing. A little bit like atomic physicists want to see the world appearing, disappearing. So it says that he spent 8 years with them. He thought maybe he can understand what life is about. And then the story says he came out of the wood. I don't know why. Was he maybe fed up? Or maybe puzzled? Or maybe tired? But he came out of the wood and sat under a tree and realized life is here. This is it. This is my life. This is my life. And that was the start of what we call Buddhism. It seems he had some way to teach people with some kind of structure. But it's very difficult to understand that structure. There are many Sanskrit writings, but they were written 400 years after he died. 400 years. And they say that he taught his friends 4 noble truths. But recently, people who are studying the ancient writings wonder if the normal understanding we have, 4 noble truths, the world is suffering, we have to find a way to get rid of suffering, and I don't even know what they are. And there's a path, and then the path is you should speak right and you should act right and so on. Sounds very nice. But there's quite a lot now of scholars who are researching who wonder if what he said was so like we have it in English or in Czech, or whether he meant something different or something deeper, or did he mean that the whole of life is suffering? And my teacher, Nishijima, used to say, my life is not all suffering, but I suffer when I think too much, when I worry too much. Because when I think too much, I'm holding to an idea, but my idea is always different to what is happening, really. So that difference makes me suffer. So this was how he understood it. So from Gautama Buddha, there are lines of teachers. One teacher taught another teacher, taught another teacher. And in my line, I am number 90, which is not so many. 90 generations. And I have a list of names. This person, that person, this person, that person, through China and then through Japan and to me. And if you read about these old teachers, because some of them wrote their teachings, they were all very different. Some of them taught in strange ways. You can read stories of teachers who didn't like to give a talk, or teachers who turned the table over, or teachers who said Buddhism is about drinking tea. And but in the modern age, with books and videos and internet, and we can go to different places easily. I can come to Czech Republic, you could go to America, somewhere, Buddhist centers. It's very different. And we expect something. We expect a teacher to teach, okay, so there's Tibetan Buddhism, we can teach all about Tibetan Buddhism or Thai Buddhism. So we made kind of structures. This school of Buddhism, that school of Buddhism, Zen Buddhism. So Zen Buddhism, we know what Zen Buddhism is. They're just sitting and facing the wall, and they burn incense and they wear black robes and so on. But I don't think it was like that in the past at all. But today we can read lots of books about Zen Buddhism and we can get a picture. I see, that's Zen Buddhism. But I don't think that it was like that. I think it's been very different, and teachers have been very different. And the one thing that I notice in studying is how different teachers were. So why are they all different if they're teaching the same thing? So if all the teachers are teaching the same thing, why are they so different? And then my previous partner, Lisa, is a potter. She makes pots. And they have a tradition. And their tradition goes right back to China, where they first made pots. And so there's some similarity. So one teacher teaches a student, an apprentice, and that apprentice teaches another apprentice for hundreds of years. So there's a kind of line of teaching, different styles. And I met one of her Japanese friends whose teacher was very important national treasure in Japan. It's a kind of award to a special craftsperson who is very, very revered. So this man, who I know, Masazaki Ken, his master, his teacher, was very, very famous, revered, expert. And he told me that he studied with his teacher, an apprenticeship, working very hard, listening and watching his teacher. And then his teacher died. So then he's the teacher. So for 10 years, he tried to be like his teacher. And after 10 years, he had a big crisis. What am I doing? Am I imitating my teacher? Is that it? So I learn from my teacher and then I imitate my teacher. So he told me that he took all the pots which he made and he threw them all away. And he started again. And something in that story from Matsuzaki Ken, I thought, I see. So when we learn from a teacher, we're not learning to be like the teacher, we're learning something else. And this is very true in Buddhism, in the teachings that came from Buddha. So what are we trying to learn? Are we trying to learn about a 13th century monk called Dogen? Are we trying to learn how to do the tradition with a robe and incense and so on? And after many years, I realized that we're not trying to do any of those. We're trying to learn how to be ourselves. And that may be very different to the person who's teaching us. But when we're studying with somebody and listening to them, we want to sound like them or be like them. But in a way, that's a mistake, because we can never be like somebody else. So I think in studying something, and not only pottery or Buddhist teachings, but in everything where you study for a long time, there comes a point where you say, okay, that woman is very helpful to me, I learned lots of things, but I must do my thing. Oh, what is my thing? Then we have to start again. So for me, I found that was a very important step. So this is the reason I say to people, don't try to find a teacher and then make them into somebody special and then to copy them. Because one day you will throw them away. And this is not about Buddhism, this is about everything. Even when we're children, we copy our parents or our relatives, and we learn how to be, how to act. If our parents are very polite, maybe we try to be polite. If our parents are very wild, maybe we become wild. And then at some point in our lives, we have to be ourselves. So to be ourselves seems to be a very difficult thing. We are always trying to be like something else, be like somebody else, be like an idea, be like our hero, But actually, it's impossible. But to be like ourselves is very, very difficult, because we don't know really what we're like. We have to find out. And the only way to find out is by living. So to find out how to live, it's important to live. And in living, we have to make mistakes. Dogen wrote in his writings in the 13th century, all our mistakes lead us to the truth. Really? Really? So every mistake I make is leading me to the truth? But it's true. Because when we make a mistake, we can see something. Of course we can hide it. Oh no, I didn't make a mistake. No, it's your fault. Thomas, stop looking at me. But if we try to be honest, then our mistakes always help us. So all our mistakes lead us to the truth. What is the truth? So in many places in Dogen's writings from 800 years ago, he wrote sentences which are quite puzzling. All our mistakes lead us to the truth. We don't need to follow all very careful traditions of lighting incense and bowing and so on. But he was doing it. So it doesn't make sense. Dogen seems to be saying one thing, but doing the opposite. But as I said last night, our life is a kind of experiment. An experiment in finding who we are. When we're very young, often we have some situations in our family which may be difficult for us as a child. Maybe our parents are arguing, or there is some kind of situation, but as a child we don't understand. So we develop a way to keep ourselves safe, to deal with that situation we don't understand. We make a strategy for ourselves. And then as we get older, we keep the same strategy in different situations. So for example, if when we're very small, we're in a situation where we learn it's best to keep quiet. So always keep quiet, it's safe. To keep quiet is safe. And we get older and we still keep quiet, it's safe. So we keep our safe strategy even in situations where it doesn't work. So all of us have these strategies, these habits, which we made when we were young and we still use now. So until we notice what we're doing notice these strategies, we can't find out who we are. But when we notice these strategies that we use, we can be free from them a little. So somebody might be a very loud person who shouts. Maybe that was their strategy when they were a child to, I'm here, mummy, I'm here. So when they're an adult, they're going, I'm here. So actually, finding out who we are is a long journey. We live our lives in a safe way. Maybe our safety is unusual. Maybe our safety is to be very insecure. Maybe our safety is to be very quiet. Maybe our safety is to be very loud. Maybe our safety is to be very rich. Rich, to have lots of money, makes me feel secure. To be very famous makes me feel secure because I can feel people love me. Everybody loves me, so I feel secure. So there are many ways that we live to feel secure. But the world around us is changing all the time. But we don't change with it. We keep our own strategies. Everything's changing, but we're keeping our strategy. And in the teachings of the Buddha, there is a phrase, everything is impermanent, or everything is changing. And although everything is changing, as people, as individuals, we find it very difficult to adapt. It's a big struggle to keep up with everything is changing. So for instance, I am 72 years old. In my family, my mother and father were husband and wife. They lived together and they had some relationship, sometimes good, sometimes bad. And they lived in one house together. But now, 50 or 60 years later, people have relationships which are not like that. I was married for 30 years to Yoko, my Japanese wife, and we lived together. And we lived a life which was shared. But there are different relationships now. You can have a relationship with somebody who's here and you are here, and you can have something valuable. But for somebody my age to change, okay, you can live like that, it's okay. It's difficult. So there are many situations in which we need to notice what change is like and notice what stops us from changing. Because if we don't change all the time, then we become stiff or rigid. And Dogen, 800 years ago, went to China searching for something. searching for the truth, but he was searching for something, he didn't know what. And he spent 3 years there searching, and then he found a teacher who said something to him and taught him something which is what he wanted. Usually we don't know what we want until we find it. So he found what he wanted and he came back to Japan. And when he came back to Japan, some person who he was living with before, another priest, said to him, "Oh, okay, you're back. What did you get from China?" And his answer was a flexible mind. That's all he said, a flexible mind. Now, mind in Japanese doesn't mean thinking mind only, it means something wider. Flexible heart mind, flexible consciousness, flexible me. So Dogen searched and searched and searched for something in his life. When he came back from finding it, and somebody asked him, what did he bring back? He said, a flexible person. If you're flexible, you can change. So although if you study and read Buddhist books, you can read lots of theories and lots of stories and lots of teachings about suffering, impermanence, the present moment, all these ideas. Dogen said what he got was to be flexible. It's quite amazing, really. And I think it's taken me more than 50 years to start to be a little bit flexible. I notice I can be a little bit flexible. And part of that flexibility is to notice that what I learned are the teachings of Buddhism don't belong to Buddhism. They belong to human beings. So I can learn from somebody who never practiced, does it? Sometimes. I can see people who seem to be Buddhas, balanced people who live balanced lives, who never heard of Dogen. So we need to be flexible and open. And that's my message today, really. So I'm not going to say any more. But I can be flexible if you want me to. So please say something.
Can I ask you, can you remember what's the Japanese expression for a flexible mind?
No, I can't. I can find it somewhere.
Yeah.
But mind doesn't mean mind in the sense we use in English.
Yeah, I understand. So I think kind of shin something.
Yeah. I think you can find it in Stephen Hines' book, Did Dogen Go to China?
Okay.
I think it's in there. But you know, for instance, when I came back from Japan to England in 2000, I learned something. I'd learned about Dogen, and I learned from my teacher, and I didn't know about Tibetan Buddhism or Vipassana or anything. I didn't study or So I felt like, oh, no. And of course in Dogen's time, it was necessary to live in a temple apart from society, to have time to study or practice, because life was quite hard. There were no people studying the human mind or emotions or things like that. But today we have a huge amount of knowledge of the human being. And I think all of that knowledge is important. So for me, to say, okay, no, I'm going to follow Zen, is to live in a box. And I don't want to live in a box. I think I lived in a box in Japan to some extent, but I want to throw away the box. I did throw away the box, actually. Stop looking at me. So, for instance, we shouldn't think psychology or therapy is one thing, but it's different from, it's not useful for us because we study Zen. No, it's not true. Everything has some truth. But also, there's lots of rubbish about. Lots. So, how to choose what is valuable and what is rubbish is a big problem for everybody all the time. Even on Facebook. You know, what is useful and what is rubbish? What is true and what is false?
It's maybe what you say is like different between reaction and the answer. Like there was a story. There was a Zen master, and he said, "What is the truth?"
Yeah.
And one of his disciples stand up and get his shoes on his head and start.
Yeah.
And his master said, "Good, this
Yeah.
is it."
Yeah.
And the other teacher said, "Ask him another time in the night." So this first master came to the disciple and asked him, "What is truth?"
Yeah.
Get his shoes and start again. And the master hit him in the head and "You're wrong."
Yeah.
He was like, why it's wrong? In the morning it was good.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, in the morning it was answer and now it's reaction. So
it's not honest.
It's not honest.
If you copy somebody, it's not honest.
It's not flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we are taught to react in a similar situation the same way.
Yes, and we want to be good.
Yes.
So we want to be, we want to show something.
Yeah.
Oh, I learned something, so I do it.
But it's really like reaction. It's not it's not
Yeah.
the answer. It's
Yeah,
not,
yes.
You know, it's
Yes.
it's not a big difference, but it's a small difference.
Yes, important. So this morning it's okay, this evening it's wrong. Yeah, that's right, it's true. And this is our strategies.
Yeah.
Yesterday they were good, tomorrow they're no good. When we were children they worked, now they don't work. But still we do them. Yeah.
If you have a girlfriend, you can experience every day. In the morning it was good, but then night same thing. Doesn't work anymore.
Be nice.
And the same with the opposite way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the relationship with other people is always changing. And many times in my relationships, I realize that actually I don't see the person in front of me, I see my idea. So when I come to in front of the person I'm having a relationship with, they're different to what I expected. Oh, you're not very friendly today? Why? What happened? Because I have an image that she should be friendly or something.
You project your opinion
Yeah.
to the other.
Yeah. That's right, like a projector. All the time. So we need to change. But how? We need to kind of go, oh, no, I see, it's you. Oh, you're thinner than last time I saw you. Are you the same person?
Do you think it's important to also to realize that the counterparts to this flexibility and changing, everything changes all the time, so we cannot expect that the same thing will happen again and again. And then there is zazen, or the way we get up in the morning, repeating the same things over and over again, is necessary counterpart to this. But it is chaotic or sudden different things that happen in our lives. So
yeah, it seems to be, but actually every day we practice zazen is different. It's a different day and different zazen.
yeah,
But something,
we always try to do the same position.
that's
but
right,
then
it's
something else happens.
it's comforting.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But for instance, we practiced zazen yesterday and we feel very peaceful, and we practice zazen today and we don't feel peaceful. Oh, so today my zazen is wrong. No, just today is different. It's a different person, different day, different zazen. It's like the sea. The sea sometimes is like this and sometimes it's like this, but it's still the sea. But yes, as human beings, we find something comforting in feeling we repeat the same thing. Tradition. Actually, we're not repeating the same thing,
Yes.
but the feeling is we repeat the same thing. I go Friday evening to practice with Roman, so now it's Friday evening, so I go and practice with Roman. And it's going to be in the Lotus Center, so here I go, open the door, hello Roman, oh nice, safe. But Roman's strange today.
But probably no, she's always nice.
Is she?
Probably nice,
Is she?
always
Are
nice.
you always nice?
Always.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, but of course, we have different moods and stuff.
Yeah. But it's, yes, tradition is comforting or safe for us. We think it's safe. Actually, it's not, but we think it's safe. And then it becomes rigid, and then it traps us. Sometimes. On the other hand, doing the same thing again and again and again teaches us something. So practice is important. But we're not repeating the same thing, actually. We're doing it again. Try again, try again, try again. And to try again and to try again and to try again is our life. Try again. Oh. Try again. Oh. Try again. Try again. Yes. Try again. Oh. So life is strange, but exciting. But because it's exciting, we want to make ourselves secure. Too exciting, too dangerous. But if we make our lives too secure, we lose something, some freedom, to some extent.
There's like an intimity and identity. You have to do some things in rhythm again to know who you are, or meet the same people to have some intimacy, some safe. But you need to be free to have some identity.
Yes.
So it's like a balance. It's very hard.
Life is very strange. Yes.
And for me, it was a great problem when I started. The practice doesn't to balance it.
Yeah.
But it's the group, and what am I?
Yeah.
And make it.
Yeah.
To be me or to be a Buddhist.
Yeah.
But it's stronger, and it's very hard. Or very hard, very strange to reflect what part of me is disappearing. When I try to be Buddhist or a good Buddhist. So it's very very important maybe to have a balance.
Well, don't be a good Buddhist.
Yeah.
It's okay. So what should we do for 20 minutes?
No, only 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Then in 11:30 there's half an hour zazen and then 1 hour for a lunch break.
Okay.
So we have 5 minutes to talk some more questions.
Okay.
Jo,
Do you think there is a limit to control of our body in Zazen? Changing the tensions?
Changing the tensions in our body, is there a limit?
Is it possible to
Když tak to řekni česky, dobře?
Well, for me, my body does itself. So I just sit in a posture which I try to keep balanced, and my body does something. So I don't try to do anything. I stop doing everything, and I don't. There's no limit. I don't know what the limit is. Just I let my body do something. Maybe my muscles are relaxing. Maybe my spine is getting longer. But I don't worry about it. Just I sit like this. But of course, your body has limits, yeah.
I mean, in a way that I feel tension
Yeah.
in the back. Maybe I'm not used to longer sitting or something like that.
You feel tension in the back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the shoulders. Something.
Yeah.
Shoulders.
So why is that, do you think? Is it something using a mouse when you're... Or is it the way you sit at the computer? Or are you trying to sit too straight? Are you trying too hard? Don't try so hard, so sit like that. And if it's better, try it. But try it. So even Zazen is not fixed. So our bodies change. I don't sit in the same way that I used to sit 10 years ago. For example, I have 2 metal hips, so I can't cross my legs like this. So I sit like this. So that's a big difference. So I've been driving my van across Europe, so I have tension here, so I feel here. But I think, oh, okay. And just I let my body do what it's doing. So if you have pain in the back, sometimes it's because you're trying to, Mike said, sit straight. So I sit straight, but that's not, no. To sit straight is let your body be straight. Let your body, not make your body straight. So try just drop a little bit.
Yeah, but it may change after some years. Other part of your body will hurt.
Optimistic.
So if we manage to develop to some degree this flexible mind, and thanks to that maybe we unlock a little bit of freedom that we didn't have before, sort of inner freedom, and experience the life a little bit fuller maybe.
Yeah.
Why is this desirable compared to someone who, for you, compared to someone who lives a little bit more in this, say, virtual reality as we were describing?
Yeah.
Why try?
No reason. Only I can tell you what makes me happy.
So,
but I'm not telling you to be like me.
I understand that.
Yeah. So if you like virtual reality, for example, and you like to be very dogmatic and correct, fine.
Then this is actually, I would be erring by, I would be making a mistake by trying to sit Zazen.
Maybe.
Potentially, yeah.
Maybe. Try. It's not a theoretical problem. It's a practical problem. So if you want to sit, if you like it, you will continue.
Yes. Yeah,
if you don't like it, I guess you'll stop.
Yeah, okay, I see.
I don't.
So it's literally this experiment. Just
experiment.
Do it and see.
Yeah. And decide. Be your own light. Yeah. Maybe Zazen's okay. I don't know. Maybe I do a bit more. I don't know.
I wonder. I could, if I don't carry on trying for longer.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll miss something that takes time to develop.
Yes. If you don't do it, you definitely will miss it.
So
yeah.
Here comes the.
Yeah. So it's a strange choice, but the whole of our life is like that.
Yeah. I can say it. It's just that there's no early telling of this is the right way.
Yes. Yes.
I can quite easily just select the wrong one, but I know I will not know now. I have to carry on.
Yes.
But it's the wrong one. So
yes. So maybe I would have become a very good mountaineering instructor.
Mhm.
But I didn't. I did something else. So I never know. So we make a choice and that's it. We never know what would happen if we didn't. Or what would happen if we did. We never know.
Yeah. Okay.
If we met a different partner,
Mm.
if our life is happier or not happier, we never know. If we lived in a different house, is it nice, good or bad? We never know.
Yeah, it's like the sculpture. If I take a stone and make a sculpture, okay,
Yeah.
did I just made one? I could
Yeah.
have made 1,000,000 different ones, but
Yeah.
it's this one.
Yeah,
So
yeah. That's our life, is what we do, not what we think. Although thinking is part of life, our life is not what we think. And we only have one life. We can't have two lives.
One block of stone.
yeah,
Yeah.
one go at it.
One go, yeah. So, this way or that way? This way or that way? Okay, this way.
So asking that question, the only point that I'm getting away is that if I do already start going this way, or it's kind of vain to look back and think back and was that wrong or good decision? It has happened.
Yeah,
I'm now going that direction. It only makes sense now to choose left or right now.
Yeah.
But whatever I have chosen already,
yeah.
that's it.
That's it,
It's already
finished.
set in stone. So
Yeah, finished,
so
gone.
it's pointless to
It's pointless, but we can't stop it. Oh,
yeah.
I should have done so and so. We say, but it doesn't, it's no point really. But we do it because we're human. Yeah. So either we practice zazen tomorrow or we don't.
Yeah.
And then the next day or we don't.
Mhm.
And then we can follow our life.
Mhm.
We can follow what we're doing.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Thank you.
can we go back and practice us? Thank you for the talk. Yeah.